Well, good morning. Today is Ascension Day. 40 days have passed since Easter Sunday, and this is the day where the church all around the world, all Christians, remember this day as when Jesus left Earth and went back to God, went back to God's world. Um, so it's recorded in the Gospels and also in the book of Acts that Jesus departed and ascended back into God's world. The biblical scholar N.T. Wright, he talks about how in the biblical time, in the biblical world, that first century world, they didn't necessarily think or believe that heaven was just the place beyond the sky, beyond what we can see on earth, but that heaven and earth were sort of interlocked with each other. That God's world um, gets into our world, and the two worlds are sort of mingled together. It's a really fascinating way of looking at it. Um, and when we try to apply or think about the ascension and the importance of it to Christian belief and the practice of our faith, we understand that Christ came, lived, died, and was resurrected from the dead, ushering in, breaking in God's kingdom, from God's world to this world. And so we kind of live between the times. God's kingdom has come, but we also know that God is coming again. Jesus will come again, and then we will be with him forever. So the two worlds, the already but not yet, are taking place today. And so, because we live on the other side now of that ascension, we live in this already but not yet. We have a lot of work to do. We want to bless the world, which is a part of our mission. We want to care for other people, and we continue to follow Jesus and in worship with our whole life. So in this in-between time, we continue to speak the message and live it out in community with one another. So those are just a few thoughts on this Ascension Day. If you haven't really thought about it much, I encourage you to read it in the Bible and to think it over and to think about how we kind of live in between those two times. Christ has come, but Christ will come again. And right now, in between those two times, we continue to be ambassadors for Christ and God's messengers. So let us do our best to do that, so that we can continue to make more and more disciples. So God bless you and your day today.